that China is waiting on the Diablo Immortal release in China, which is, I guess, that game was developed for the Chinese market, wasn't for us. Even though that game already made like $25 million first week from release, maybe even more, which is unbelievable without it being released in China, I mean. So people are spending like crazy on pixels. I guess after us, the millennials who couldn't afford homes and were just renting and just buying like experiences, avocado toast, iPhones, and travel around the world. Now the Generation Z has nothing left but to buy pixels on the screen and make Blizzard and Activision and Bobby Kotick rich. So yeah, good thing they're pushing that meta thing on us, yeah? So we can go online and buy pixels, since there's nothing left to do with the few money we have, right? It is what it is. I've never even installed that game and even downloaded that game because I've seen some Twitter posts from Wyatt Chang, I think is the name of the guy from Blizzard, and I have the little nice poster with 10 million downloads or 10 million installs. Wonderful. So yeah, if I downloaded that game and installed it, I would have been just another statistic. It's not like the number of installs actually tells that the game is good, because as you know, like many mobile games, there are these mobile games where the advertisement has nothing to do with the game itself. It's like full of it, YouTube commercials, and I don't know, there's commercials that pop up for mobile games. There are some like unbelievably good what look like screenshots, but actually you download the game and it's nothing like that, so it's totally different. It's usually crap, but they get to show you ads when you download it, so then they get their money. Doesn't matter if the game is good or not. So that's the mobile gaming world for you, and I do hope it's not going to try and push its way on PC, because it's just sad. And I do hope that Microsoft actually acquiring Activision Blizzard will not only mean that they're going to push Xbox exclusivity on Diablo 4, stuff like that, but actually some active sweeping around the Blizzard's toxic management culture, because it's going too far already, and people seem to consider it just great, just fucking dandy, which I don't think is the right approach, but not the right way to go. I was actually thinking to myself yesterday what I bought from Blizzard over the past, let's say, 14 years since they've been acquired by Activision. It's been in 2008. So I bought StarCraft 2 Wings of Liberty when that came out, which was quite a good game. Campaign was kind of different from Brood War and StarCraft normally, but multiplayer was great, and it was actually what got me into Twitch. Twitch was called Justin TV, and it was rebranded to Twitch. I actually made an account there in 2011 just to watch StarCraft competitions, ESL, Esports League, and all that good stuff. It was very fun. It's like, I don't watch sports normally, but StarCraft 2, watching StarCraft 2 was very, very fun with my friends as well. And I actually could practice some of the stuff I learned from the games. And yeah, I played like 300 games online. I think the farthest I was Platinum. But I mean, I've got my money's worth out of it, right? I didn't buy the other two campaigns just because they seemed overpriced. Heart of the Storm and Legacy of the Void. I added some units, of course, changed the game balance in multiplayer. But by that time, nobody was really playing StarCraft 2 anymore, unfortunately. Everybody was playing either League of Legends or Dota 2, so that was that. StarCraft 2 was a good game, a bit different from the original, but still very nice. 2010 I also bought World of Warcraft Cataclysm. I was already playing World of Warcraft like casually, and it was actually the last expansion I bought for World of Warcraft, because afterwards 2012 they released Mists of Pandaria, and I thought it was just a joke, because many years back it was actually an official April joke from Blizzard that they would release Pandarans as a race to World of Warcraft, and everybody laughed. Yeah, good stuff. But then they actually turned an April Fool joke into an expansion for WoW. It's not the first time they they turn April Fool jokes into real games, it seems. But actually, Mists of Pandaria was a good expansion from what I heard. So yeah. But I didn't buy that one. So until now, so StarCraft 2, Wings of Liberty, only that one, and World of Warcraft Cataclysm. What next? Diablo 3, of course. Diablo 3, of course. I actually didn't buy it as it came out in May 2012. I waited for about 6 weeks. I was just a poor young guy. I couldn't afford to shell out 60 euros for the game, but I actually wanted to see if it's any good. And it seems that for the first 2 weeks no one could log in anyway because of the error 47 thing. So yeah, I got it. I played it quite a lot, so I never bought anything from the real money auction house. I couldn't care less. Maybe I tried to sell something for gold. I think that was also an option, to sell things for in-game gold. Played like 300 hours of Demon Hunter before Reaper of Souls came out. Reaper of Souls came out 2014, I bought that one as well. 40 euros I think it was, so 100 euros in total for both the base game and the expansion. And at some point I also bought the Necromancer, just because, yeah, the Necromancer is, was my favorite class from Diablo 2 actually, and they kind of profited from all that nostalgia, because I think it was 40 euros. I don't think it was 20, just for an extra class. Originally, they actually planned to add a new act to the game with that expansion, but then they just abandoned all hope for further Diablo 3 development, and we just left it a dead game. So maybe I shouldn't have bought the Necromancer, but that was actually how I started my YouTube channel as well. I did some Let's Plays, started season 19 I think it was, end of the year 2019. And yeah, I had my fun. So only with the Necromancer I had like 80 hours played. So in my book, if I spend, let's say 60 hours on, euros on a game, and I pay at least 60 hours, so €1 per hour of entertainment, then it's good in my book. It's not wasted money. So what next? Yeah, I also bought Diablo 2 Resurrected, which I didn't play so much, to be honest, but it was a good remaster, let's say, which actually hadn't been done by Blizzard. So the front end, the graphics, everything else had been done by an external company, which then got acquired by Blizzard, by Activision Blizzard. So yeah, I think that's about it. I don't spend time in Diablo Immortal, and even if I would, I wouldn't buy one single thing from their in-game shop. And Diablo 4, I mean, we watched together some gameplay footage. I'm not sure how recent it was really or not, but yeah, it wasn't that great, so sure, listen, Blizzard games, really good, great animations, great gameplay, but that's about it. So they're superficial and just made to, get your hard-earned money. And before in-game shop bonanza and all that stuff, you still had loot boxes in Overwatch, you still had the buying packs in Hearthstone and all that stuff. And Blizzard games have always been ridiculously overpriced in my book for what they offered, let's say, content-wise. just because they had that great Blizzard gameplay. Never, you know, other developers cannot even compare. And of course, some beloved franchises that just monetize on nostalgia. Other people, even like myself, who grew up with Warcraft, Starcraft, and Diablo. So, all in all, in 14 years, I didn't spend so much to, you know, put money in Blizzard's pocket, and that's a good thing. I never tried Overwatch, for example, because it's not my type of game. I played Team Fortress 2 like 15 years ago, or even more. I don't remember. But that was great value for the money because I got the orange box from Valve, and that included like everything: Half-Life 2, all episodes or chapters from expansions from Half-Life 2, Team Fortress 2 as well, Counter-Strike Global Offensive, something like that. Portal as well, great game. So yeah, I can only imagine Diablo 4 coming out and it won't have a retail price of 60 euros, maybe it will be like 70 or 80 euros. A lot of developers are trying to push the... Oh, humming bee, this is actually rare, I'm going to get it. Lots of developers are pushing to up the retail price now from 60 euros, dollars, or whatever, pounds, to 70. They say 70, but it probably end up around 80. Which in my book would mean, okay, that means I spend 80 euros on a game, then I expect to play it for 80 hours. And I can tell you after Cyberpunk 2077, which of course cost retail price, and they made their money back for development like before even being released. They made like $8 million overnight. And I played it for 20 hours. So that's you know, money kinda down the drain. Oh, this is also